What's up, everybody? It's your host, Kia Flo, and you are tuned in to episode 4 of Rhythm Release, where the flow just don't stop. Thank you for coming back. Hopefully, you enjoyed what you've heard so far. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and give it a thumbs up to show your support for this channel. Hopefully y'all had a good week. Yeah, I know I got that face saying my bad. It's been a lot. But you know I was coming back to you. You know it. Anyway, we have an amazing lineup of music for you all tonight. Always giving you those hits from the then and the now. Yes, we are stopping in the 60s. I think we kind of missed them the last 2 episodes, maybe, I believe. But yeah, I'm going to go back over there in the 60s. And we are highlighting, finally, because I have a highlight segment, but we will be highlighting the incomparable Phyllis Hyman. Now, for anybody that has been listening to me season 1, you have heard me mention this lady several times. One being that I hold her near and dear to my heart, as well as Whitney Houston. And secondly, because she was one of the main artists that Mr. Melvin Lindsay played during his radio segments that he called The Quiet Storm. Remember, Mr. Melvin Lindsay is the originator, and she definitely made his playlists throughout, his time at WHUR at Howard University. So because this show pays homage to him, I just thought it would only be right if we continue to pay homage to her, because she helped a genre grow because of her music, her voice. And her story is sad for those who do not know her, but it was still beautiful in the same breath, and she was also beautiful. So we're definitely going to highlight her later on. And of course, I'm going to give you a little history on this day in Black music history, so y'all stay tuned for that. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get this show moving right along. And like I said, I'm taking you to the 60s this episode, 1966 to be exact, with You Can't Hurry Love by the Supremes. Ooh, I got them on here. You thought I wouldn't? I got them on here. Yes, shout out to the Supremes with this beautiful song. So y'all tune in and listen up and come back. This is WKFLO Rhythm Release, where the flow just don't stop. What is up? How you feeling? Hopefully you enjoyed both of those Starting us off was the Supremes with You Can't Hurry Love, which came out in 1966. Where were you? Where were you? And that song you just heard was Ain't No Woman Like the One I Got by the Four Tops. When I tell you that's one of my songs there, it's something about the way it come on, and that's definitely one of those tunes that was playing when we were doing our road trips. And it's nothing like hearing that melody on a summer sunny day as you're driving down the highway to go out of town. We going out of town. Yes, I love that one. Shout out to the Four Tops. That one came out in 1973, if I haven't already said so. 70 stand up. Let them know. Ain't no woman like the one I got. That's what I'm saying. Scream it to the mountaintop. Love is beautiful there. I wanted to talk about this internship that I am a part of, as well as stepping back out into my poetry aura that it is that I have and have been utilizing the last 10 years, with the exception of this past year. Been kind of on the low. The flow been on the low, y'all. But this week I had the opportunity to hit up an open mic. Shout out to the Cookie Jar, hosted by Cookie, the poet. And then I went to a workshop that was also hosted by Cookie at the Blumenthal. It was at a church, but it was through the Blumenthal. Shout out to Blues for that. Great time for me to pick up that pen and write again. That was pretty cool. Some of the work that I came up with, and maybe I'll share it. You might see it in this video. If not, you'll see it in the next one. I'm gonna work on that. And then, like I said, my internship, I'm doing the Google Data Analyst certification course. And it's very insightful. It's breaking down some of the stuff us as women already do anyway, overanalyzing stuff. But so I've been getting, a few of my certifications. I got one in the introduction of project management, as well as my Scrum Master certification. And then I also got my IBM into the introduction into data science certification. And I'm having fun learning this stuff. And the goal is to be able to utilize this certification along with my continued education to advance and further my career outside of this. Or maybe even use that to help out the arts, because the arts is definitely underappreciated in many areas, but shout out to the artists who keep it alive. On this show, we focus on the singing aspect, and like I told you all, I will have a spin-off, and I actually even talk to Blues about what I'm looking to do, and in regards to poetry. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. But keeping art alive any way possible, whether it be music, whether it's painting, photography, videography, dance, culinary. Woo! Come on, somebody. Y'all better let them use you. See, I got a poem about that. Okay, we're gonna keep this moving right along. The next song we're gonna play is a duet with Phyllis Hyman and Mr. Michael Henderson, and it's titled "Can't We Fall in Love Again?" This came out in 1981. Hopefully you enjoy it and come back, because we're going to get more into the life and career of Miss Phyllis Hyman. Y'all tune in, listen up. This is WKFLO Rhythm Release, where the flow just don't stop. Thank you for coming back. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. Again, that was Can't We Fall in Love Again by Phyllis Hyman and Mr. Michael Henderson. Like I said, this is where we're going to get into the highlight of Phyllis Hyman. I'm so excited to finally be able to cover her. I've seen the Unsongs, I've seen the Ashley Said So, and the many other different documentaries that have come out about her. And so this is not what that is, it's just a highlight, but just to give my spin on it. And actually, what y'all thought? That is what Can't We Fall in Love Again? This is the album that it was on. Like I said, it came out in 1981 under Arista. Tell me. Beauty. But so let's get more into Miss Phyllis Hyman. It says Phyllis Linda Hyman, born July 6, 1949, was an American singer, songwriter, and actress. Hyman is best known for her music during the late 70s through the early 90s. Some of her most notable songs were You Know How to Love Me, Living All Alone, and Don't Want to Change the World. Hyman also performed on Broadway in 1981 in a musical that was by Duke Ellington called The Sophisticated Ladies. This ran from 1981 until 1983. The musical earned her a Theatre World Award and a Tony Award, nomination for Best Performance by a Featured Actress in a Musical. The eldest of 7 children, Hyman was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to Phillip, a World War II veteran, and Louise Hyman, a waitress at a local nightclub, and grew up in St. Clair Village, the South Hills section of Pittsburgh. Hyman's parental grandparents were Ishmael and Cassandra. After leaving Pittsburgh, her music training started at a music school. On graduation, she performed on a national tour with the group New Direction in 1971. After the group disbanded, she joined All the People and worked with another local group, the Hondo Beat. She appeared in the film Lenny in 1974. She also did a 2-year stint leading a band called Phyllis Hyman and the PH Factor. I remember that. I don't really remember. Anyway, in 1975, music industry veteran Sid Maurer and former Epic Records promoter Fred Frank discovered and signed her to their Roadshow Records Desert Moon imprint. Hyman then moved to New York City, where she did background vocals for artists such as Norman Connors, who ultimately helped her get her start after his hit song You Are My Starship went gold. Hyman sang with Pharoah Sanders and the Fatback Band while working on her first solo album, Phyllis Hyman, released in 1977 on Buddha's record label. When Arista bought Buddha, she was transferred to that label. Her first album from Arista, Somewhere in My Lifetime, was released in 1978. Now, she went on to, achieve many great things after she signed with Arista. The Sophisticated Ladies stage play, I believe, happened around that time. And, she got married and divorced and was in different relationships. And that's a lot that went on. So I'm not really going to get into all of that. But we're just going to skip down to when it was discovered that she suffered from bipolar disorder for many years. And this is after being diagnosed in the 80s. She often self-medicated with alcohol and drugs and frequently spoke about suicide. And on the afternoon of June 30th of 1995, 6 days before her 46th birthday, Hyman died by suicide by overdose on a mixture of medication and alcohol. She was found in her bedroom in New York City, and she was unconscious by at least 2 p.m. and died by 3:50 at St. Luke's Roosevelt Hospital, hours before she was scheduled to perform at the Apollo Theater. Her suicide note read, I'm tired. Those of you that love know who you are. May God bless you. So that was the ending, but I don't believe that was the ending. Her music and spirit still lives on, and I love to watch videos of people who still keep her name alive and people who still listen to her music. I'm definitely going to be sure to input a snip or two of some interviews that I found of her.
Dating want to slit their throats about now. What does that mean? You can't get a date?
What it really means is that women in my industry, and I talk to a lot of singers about this, men don't really talk to us.
Why?
Don't ask me. Guys, why don't you talk to us?
Have you been married?
Well, we don't want to discuss that. No, really. I've been married a long time ago, and he was a nice gentleman, and
obviously didn't work out.
Obviously.
Yeah. I mean, let's get this clear.
Cost me a lot of money.
Did it? Now, do you want to be married?
No. No, I shouldn't say that. What I would like is someone nice in my life. I would like to be able to go on lunch dates like a lot of the girls I know. I love children. But I'm told by men who are friendly with me that I'm intimidating. I'm over 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
I'm not a thin woman. I'm not afraid to show my figure. I'm not afraid to laugh and to have a lot of fun. I'm not very quiet. And it seems like guys like girls who are, hi, how are you? Oh.
I know some guys who would think you're
that.
terrific. I'll fix you up later.
Please.
Yeah, I will.
I just love to watch her interview. She had an amazing personality. I've seen her on stage, and I've seen her talk about being on stage, and I felt that it was reminiscent to how I am as a performer and how, I like to get the audience involved in my set whenever I can and make them feel comfortable. And
that's one of mine. Phyllis, you do that same kind of thing? Do you listen to the audience before you go out there?
I like to go out into the audience.
Oh, really?
I normally will do my makeup and go out into the audience. I guess you guys have been to my shows, right? Oh, they want me to go out there. See, listen to what I do.
Okay.
I go out and I talk to people. I really do.
Okay.
I like to go out, and oftentimes I'll just go sit down. I'll get a seat, I'll hug people. I love you. But I'll get a seat and I'll sit around. I just like to sit around and hang out. It gives me a chance. It really gives me a chance to see where people are and how they feel.
you can tell that that's exactly what she did. She definitely was a character, and that's another reason why I relate to her so much. So we're going to say rest in peace, watch over us to Miss Phyllis Hyman. Hopefully you enjoyed that little bit of information about her. Make sure you go and stream her music or listen to it however you can. Oh, I know how I'm listening to it. I have the first one. And this is the one when she was with Buddha. And actually, I'm always giving my husband a shout out, but he's the one who had this album first. He has his own copy. And I had never seen it before. And when I went to go visit him, y'all, he had it out. He had it sitting out. I said, N-word, you got Phyllis Hyman up in this thing. Oh, it was Phyllis Hyman, Song in the Key of Life, and then Luther Vandross's album. I knew he was the one, I'm telling y'all. And this was her first album with Arista. somewhere in my lifetime. And for you listening on Spotify, I'm just showing them the vinyl. If you want to see it for yourself, make sure you scroll on over there to YouTube. This is the album Where You Know How to Love Me, which is a amazing dance hit. I love it. And it's actually titled You Know How to Love Me. That was, I believe, her next one. And then this one that we played, Can't We Fall in Love Again. That actually is the title of the album. That's the next one. And then I actually believe I have all of the vinyl that I was able to get of Phyllis Hyman. The album after this one, Living All Alone, I believe that is only available on CD. And I think that's the one that has Don't Want to Change the World on there, which was another one as well. So if don't know about love, I'm telling y'all I do. But we're about to get this show moving right along, and I'm taking y'all to 1994 with my boys H-Town with their song Emotions. Yes, I love this song. Y'all tune in and listen up and come back. This is WKFLO Rhythm Release, where the flow just don't stop. Okay, thank you for coming back. Hopefully you enjoyed both of those. Starting us off was Emotions by H-Town, and then the song you just heard was Ocean by 3LW. That one came out in 2000. So hopefully you enjoyed both of those. Rest in peace to Dino of H-Town. Oh my gosh, he was so and shout out to H-Town because they still doing it. Shout out to all the groups that, have lost someone, because I actually saw Black. They have a photo of them with just the two of them. They lost a member, and of course TLC is still doing it. I believe even Intro was still out there, performing. But one time for all of those. We're going to go ahead and get into On This Day in Black Music History. And then, close out the show because one of my cameras want to die. One of them. But on this day, August 12th, in Black music history, the number one song in 1978 was Three Times a Lady by the Commodores. Come on, somebody. Hey. And then celebrating a birthday is Percy Mayfield, 1920. He was born in 1920. And then a few things that happened August 12th. In 1957, Billy Ward and the Dominoes, One Moment With You, and the Five Keys, Face of an Angel were released. And then in 1966, Junior Walker and the All Stars performed at the Beach Club in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Okay, that happened in 1966. I ain't even did that, and I'm right up the street. In 1967, Aretha Franklin headlined the first New York Jazz Festival at Downing Stadium. Oh, I'm going to just go ahead and throw this one in there. 1978, Donna Summer's Last Dance reached number 3 pop and number 5 R&B. It would go on to earn an Academy Award for Best Song from the film Thank God It's Friday in 1979. Rest in peace to all of those individuals. We got a lot of angels that was out here doing the thing on August 12th, and we are forever grateful, and we show our love to you all, and we just ask that you continue to watch over us as we get out here and move. Y'all, like I said, this has been an amazing show as always. I look forward to doing this and presenting it to you. And now, like I said, I got the videos and I just be adding all kind of little stuff to it. Child, I go home and I watch it on my phone, I watch it on my computer, and I watch it on the TV because I want to see it from all the different angles. famous. And thank you to everybody who put it on their TV, see me on the big screen. You can lie to your kids and say, look, she famous. She on TV. She a celebrity. Anyway, listen, if you have any questions or concerns or want to send some well wishes, some dedications, and song requests, you can email me at info@flotainment.com. I also, if you're watching on YouTube, if you look under my videos, I have been doing my best to make sure I put all of the links to things that I speak of in my videos. We don't have any shout outs today, no products today. So, but if you want to leave me a voice clip, I don't know if y'all heard, but I got these last few episodes, I've had different people sing my theme song, Going with the Flow. If you could sing that and send it to me, listen, the link to where you can just record it and it comes directly to me. You don't need to download any recording equipment. It's right there on my YouTube video on how to do so. And yeah, I would love to add you on there, give this a full radio feel for the streets. I can be found on all social media sites and such, and be sure to follow me on either Instagram. I love doing that. But you all have been so beautiful, and I hope you come back to me. Make sure you tell a friend to listen in, share it with them so that they can come and get what they need to, which is that stream. That's what we need. We need those streams. We need those listening times, those watch times and such. And so I'm going to continue to just kind of put it in your head, because at least it was put in my head every time I watch a YouTube video, the importance of it. Because before then, I would just watch the video. I ain't necessarily hit like, but stuff, it matters. You can follow me on Spotify, and you can subscribe on YouTube, and you can follow me on either one of my Instagrams, because I keep you abreast of what I have going on, what I'm working on. But listen, y'all been beautiful. We're about to end this show off right. In 2008 with Day 26 and their song titled Since You've Been Gone. Until next time, y'all be blessed. Come back to me. This is WKFLO Rhythm Release, where the flow just don't stop.